From Software may be known for its punishingly difficult fantasy games, but in 2004 in Japan, they released a mecha shooter on the original Xbox, set in the United States of America. While the game was successful in Japan, it didn't make its way overseas because producer Masanori Takeuchi couldn't understand why. Well, duh, it's got mechs and it takes place on US soil. Why would you think they'll not like that? Although it was planned to be brought overseas, but it was cancelled after the attack of the Twin Towers on September 11, 2001, 3 years before the game was released in Japan. So I guess I'll cut 'em some slack for that, really. But at E3 2018, Devolver Digital announced that they'll be bringing the game over the States on PC, PS4 and Xbox One with the help of General Arcade. Now that the game is on our turf, will you be joining the fight for the USA? Welcome to the HUD everyone, I'm Zacharoni, and today I'll be a waiter who will be going through some of the features the game has to offer. So without further ado, please be seated, and here are the the toppings on Metal Wolf Chaos XD. I don't know why I just said that really. By the first quarter of the 21st century, we'll have Michael Wilson, the descendant of Woodrow Wilson, as the 47th President of the United States. However, this might be a bad time for America to be in, because a rebel group known as the Coup d'Ivoire had sent this once country of freedom into chaos, led by Vice President Richard Hawke. I guess he didn't approve second in command really. So what did President Michael do? Hide in a bunker? Call the military to strike back? Oh devil no. He decided to get into its own mech, go to town and need mother scrappers, and bring back freedom to this once proud country. Assisting him is Jodie Clotford, who keeps Michael up to date on the recent activities, while the newscaster, Peter McDonald, who is not the grandson of Trevor McDonald, will react to Michael's actions, which they named him Metal Wolf. There aren't any new plot twists or cutscenes, it's just one man fighting for freedom. Why? Because he's the President of the United States, who believes that freedom is most important to his country. As you do, Mr. President. As you do. Metal Wolf Chaos is a mech shooter that features small open levels, similar to From Software's Armor Core series but more arcadey and less serious. When you start the game up, you are presented with a prologue level that teaches you the basics of how to control your mech, and after you complete it, you are presented with the map of the United States, and your next mission is highlighted in yellow. And as you complete missions, more becomes available, and you can tackle them in any order you want. Each mission will take place in certain famous landmarks, like the Grand Canyon to Alcatraz. And while you start off with destroying all enemies, you'll soon be presented with ones where you are racing against the clock to complete the mission, and there are boss fights that are twice the size of you. Plus, there are hostages to rescue that give you currency to upgrade and develop new weapons, but they are denied if you use explosive weapons on the cages that they are in, and collecting power cores will give you more energy to stay alive. And at the end of each mission, you are presented with a letter ranking depending on how well you did, and your progress can be shared with friends and strangers thanks to online leaderboards. From the President's mighty mech to characters that are presented as still faces that only their lips are moving during conversations, the game had been taken from the original Xbox and had upscaled the visuals with clear textures, widescreen support for all platforms, and a smoother frame rate. However, the audio is untouched, which featured a jazz and presidential orchestra soundtrack, which is composed by Kato Hoshino, and the English dub is still the same. Yep, that's right. The game only had an English dub when it was released in Japan. But who were the actors and actresses who voiced the characters when it was released in Japan? Well, we got Ryan Dries as Michael Wilson, Julie Urica as Jodie Cotford, and Jeff Jeddard as Richard Hawke. Though there are more voice actors, but From Software hadn't revealed who was playing who yet, so those were the only three I could find really. Not even the credits were that helpful. As for options, you can alter the volume of music, sound effects, and voices, turn subtitles on and off, adjust the brightness, turn off motion blur, change the quality from low, medium or high, or set it to custom, so you can mess with the shadow quality and activate SSAD and the depth of field. And for PC players, they can alter the resolution from 640 to 3840 and set the display to full screen, Windows or borderless. So, the President of the United States got a mech to take down any invaders that threaten his country. But how does it control? Well, it can jump, do a ground slam when in the air, and it can rocket boost across the battlefield and in the air. However, don't be using the rocket boost too much, otherwise it will drain your shield energy that is presented at a green line on the top right corner, and above it is your health that can only be refilled by finding green canisters in the environment. For your weaponry, you can equip up to 4 types before a mission starts, ranging from rapid light guns like assault rifles to heavy explosives like the rocket launcher, that are assigned to a mouse button or trigger. But there are some weapons that can take 2 slots, like a flamethrower, a multi-missile launcher, and a sniper rifle that you can only use the scopes when standing still. And you know how much ammo you got left for each weapon on both sides of the bottom screen that can be refilled with light or heavy ammo in the environment, and you can switch them out on the fly in real time. Whatever weapon you use, it changed the reticle, so if you use the rocket launcher, the reticle will be smaller that requires precise aiming, while the submachine gun has a larger reticle that can hit any enemies and even missiles but has a shorter range to use it. Finally, you have a 3/4 circle underneath the shield gate that fills up when you destroy enemies, and once it's full, you can do an all-out attack for a few seconds by pressing a button or key to destroy everything in your sight. Metal Wolf Chaos XD will cost you £19.49 on Steam, PS4 and Xbox One that requires 10GB of storage, but 5GB for the console versions that comes with 47 achievements and trophies that comes with a Platinum as well. As for DLC, you can download the Lambert skin for free and you can purchase the game's soundtrack for £15.49 from Steam. Well, that's some of the features that I can tell you right now, but if there are some that I have missed, let me know in the comments, and I hope this will give you an idea of what you'll be getting for your money. Check back with me later, and I'll tell you what I think of Metal Wolf Chaos XD in a Seconds Helpings video, and if you like what you see, be sure to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. But until then, I'm Zacharoni. Enjoy your pizza, and I'll see you next time.